Hi everyone! Today I'm taking you on a journey to explore my hometown, a land known for its remarkable history and many great figures. This place is home to three royal tombs of the Tran dynasty, belonging to some of the emperors who ruled Vietnam from the 13th to the 14th century. This is the royal tomb of the second emperor of the Tran dynasty. He was born in 1240 and passed away at the age of 51. These three royal tombs might be some of the largest in Vietnam. The path leading into this place was surrounded by a quiet and mysterious atmosphere. More than 10 years ago, after this site was recognized as a National Heritage Site, it was restored and improved, making the area much cleaner and more welcoming for visitors. Once a place known by only a few people, it has now become one of the biggest spiritual destinations in Vietnam. This is a turtle, a sacred creature in Vietnamese culture. It has appeared here, adding to the spiritual atmosphere of this place. After becoming a major tourist destination, this place has become much more open and closer to people than before. You can see many lotus flowers growing throughout this area. The lotus is our national flower. Now, let's continue our journey and visit the next royal tomb. Every time you come here, you can feel a special energy and a lively atmosphere surrounding this place. Many people, especially successful professionals, often come to places like this to visit and experience the spiritual atmosphere. They come here to pray for good fortune, success, and a better life. Heroes of our nation, and this place is where their memories are preserved and honored. The main festival here only takes place at the beginning of the Lunar New Year. Imagine how lively and crowded this festival becomes. And next Lunar New Year, I'll bring you back here to show you how amazing this festival is. Now, let's continue our journey and visit the second royal tomb. This is the tomb of King Tran Temple, the third emperor of the Tran dynasty. During his reign, Vietnam successfully defended the country against the Mongol invasions. Later, he became a Buddhist monk and founded the Truc Lam Zen tradition. Like his father, the king in the first tomb, he lived for 50 years. He was born in 1258. What's interesting is that all three kings buried here turned to Buddhism in the final years of their lives. During the reign of these kings, Vietnam faced one of the greatest military challenges in history. The Mongol Empire, which had one of the strongest armies in the world not at just that once, time, but 3 times. We defeated them. Even today, this historic period is widely known as the 3 victories against the Mongol invasion. These 3 victories are especially associated with General Tran Hung Dao, one of the greatest military commanders of his century and in world history. King Tran Non Tong was not only a great emperor and military leader, but also a spiritual figure. After leading the country, he gave up the throne and became a Buddhist monk. The Tran dynasty had a unique tradition. Some rulers stepped away from power to pursue a spiritual life. Standing here today, it is amazing to think that this quiet place was connected to one of the greatest periods in Vietnamese history. Goodbye, the third king. Now, let's continue to the final tomb. This path was also renovated after this place was recognized as a National Heritage Site. Here it is, the tomb of King Tran Tong, the first emperor of the Tran dynasty. He was also the father of King Tran Tong and the grandfather of King Tran Nan Tong, the two kings we visited earlier. He became emperor at a very young age and helped establish the foundation of the Tran dynasty. Although the famous victories against the Mongols happened later, the strong foundation of the Tran dynasty was built during his time. Like other Tran kings, he was influenced by Buddhism and left behind writings about philosophy and spirituality. Here, we are not only looking at a tomb, but also a place connected to the beginning of a remarkable dynasty. Throughout most of the year, this place is very quiet and peaceful. The crowds only arrive during the early Lunar New Year festival. Right in front of us is the middle tomb, belonging to King Tran Tong, the son of King Tran Tong. Goodbye to the tombs of the three kings. Now, I will take you to the entrance of this historical site. Honestly, because it's quite sunny right now, I'm beginning to feel a bit tired. The surroundings here feel like a paradise with beautiful trees, peaceful water, and fresh air all around. Ahead of us is the path that leads to the main gate of this historic site. This gate was built in a traditional style, reflecting the architecture of centuries ago. The gate was not only an entrance, but also a place to protect the royal citadel. This road and gates were restored and rebuilt over a decade ago. A little fun fact, this place is also a popular spot for young couples to come, relax, and share their stories. Ahead of us is the main palace, the central area of this historic site. This is where the kings of the Tran dynasty are honored and worshipped. And this is the panoramic view of the whole historical site from the main gate. Over there, you can see the tomb of King Tran Tong. Over here is the tomb of King Tran Nan. He was the son and grandson of the two kings whose tombs we visited earlier. As you can see, these are love messages and marks left by young couples who come here to spend time together. Honestly, when I was around 16 or 17, I also came here. Now, come with me as we head back and enjoy a local lunch here in the countryside. Stay with me, and when the Lunar New Year festival arrives, I'll show you how crowded and exciting this road becomes. This is the only place in my hometown where people come for lunch. This lunch only costs about $1.20. For this price, you get 3 dishes, a bowl of rice, vegetables, eggs, and sometimes in this rural area, most people cook at home, so there are hardly any places selling meals except this shop, which mainly serves people working near the hospital. It's just a simple meal with fried eggs, vegetables, cabbage, a bit of soup, and some small shrimp. It tastes amazing because everything is natural and very fresh here in the countryside. Thanks for watching, and make sure to follow me for my next video.